Thank you.
We've written about you. We've talked
Okay, did you
about
tell them what happened last time? You would not put me on the magazine. Did you tell them the story?
I did tell it in my editor's note. You tell it better.
Okay, so what had happened was I was selected for Twin Cities Business 100 people to know, right? That was in 2022. I was on the list. And I don't know another 99 people who do what I do, so I didn't really feel comfortable sharing that with other people. And so I said,
it was a test run.
It was a okay, it was a test run. And so I said, Allie Kaplan, can I be on the cover? And she was like, well, Sheletta, that's just not how it works. The Polads are on the cover. And I was like, everybody know the Polads. Don't nobody know me. I'm fabulous. You should put me on the cover, and then people would get to know me. And she was like, we've already told the Polads that we're going to be on the cover, and they've bought ads, and they're bringing their whole tribe and all 18 companies, and so we can't disappoint the Polads.
I did not say
And so I said, look, Allie, I'm not saying something crazy is going to happen to you. All I'm saying is my pastor, Elijah McDavid III, who is here tonight, prays for me often. And Jesus is with me. And if you don't put me on the cover, I'm not saying something's going to happen, but I'm saying something might happen. And so she hung up the phone and she called block me. And so then, this is how it happened, in my mind, how it happened. And so the event takes place, right? And I say, Allie, will I get to say a speech? And she was like, no, you can't. You can't say a speech. We got a video and you got 60 seconds on the video. And I was like, so does all the other 99 people get a video? And she was like, yes, the other 99 people get a video. I was like, oh my God. So people have to look at 100 people on video saying, hi, my name is blank. That is so boring. So me and Marsha Carter, we got some gummies from Jen Grant, and we sat around and we strategized, like, how are we going to make our video like the best video ever? And so I was like, I know what we're gonna do, because I was in that Muhammad Ali at the time. And I said, I'm gonna be like Ali. We're gonna rent out a boxing ring. And so I found Element's Gym in St. Paul. They had a big Black Lives Matter banner. And I was like, I'm gonna be like Ali. And Marsha Carter was like, I'm gonna be like Bundini Brown. And so she put on like all the Bundini Brown gear. And I put on the Ali gear with the belt, and I had the boxing glove. For real, we really did this. And we rented out the gym, and like nobody could come. I know, I got double. And so what had happened was, so we get in there and we record this kick butt. I would say something else, but my pastor and my kids are here. We rented this kick butt video. We made this kick butt video where I was like Muhammad Ali, and I was like, my name is Sheletta Brundage, and I fight for black business owners, and let me tell you what I do. And so it was 60 seconds on the dot. I was like, because if it's 61, she's going to cut me off, and I'm going to be mad. So let's make it 60. So we turned it in. It was the best video they had ever seen in their lives, okay? That's what she said. That's what she told me. And so the videos are scrolling in alphabetical order. My last name is B because I married somebody whose name is Brundage. And so it wasn't okay. I'm telling the story how it happened in my mind. I told you I was eating some of Jen Grant's edibles, and so they were playing the scrolling, and my heart was beating so fast, and Marsha was with me, and I flew my uncle up from Houston, and we were just so excited. And so then all of a sudden my video starts playing. And so Marsha, I'm sitting on the stool like Ali, and Marsha comes out like Bundini Brown, and she's dabbing my sweat while I'm talking. It's real dramatic. And so I say in the video, let me tell you what I do. And then I jump up, and then what happened? It froze, and every screen in there had my face on it.
And I see, the events people, they are sweating bullets, they're freaking out, and the crowd is kind of like, is this on purpose, or what is happening? And all I know, and there's chaos, and the pole lads are all like, oh, and Sheletta is going like, oh my God!
I broke the internet. And so like everybody turned toward me in the back of the room, and everybody wanted to know who the awesome lady was that broke the internet. And so when Allie said I won this award, I was like, listen, you have two choices. You can either put me on the cover, or Jesus can once again shut down your whole operation. Now, I am not telling you what to do. I'm just saying you remember what happened the last time. You didn't put me on the cover.
Well, we learned.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
One of the things, if we can be serious.
Sean, can you bring me my drink? I don't want this water. I want my drink. Y'all say hi to Sean. Say, hey, Sean. Hey, Sean.
So one of the things that I was really proud and excited about in the magazine and the beautiful story that Liz Fetter wrote about you is that it wasn't just talking about how you're a big personality, and how you're pretty good on a mic, and
I'm so shy. I'm trying to get over it.
but we talked about the fact that you are also running a business.
I have a whole business.
You have a business.
Yes.
And yet you are known increasingly for helping and supporting other businesses, which is why you are part of the Community Impact Awards. But how are you balancing the two? Because you are, trying to run your own business.
Jesus. I wish I could give you some other thing that I'm doing, but it's really prayer and faith. Every day I wake up and I ask God to give me the strength to walk on water. Because every day I wake up and I leave out of my prayer closet and I'm literally walking on water. I'm doing things that are impossible to do. And I wish that I could take credit for it. I wish that I could say that I'm doing it on my own, but I'm really not. I'm relying on faith and a power that's greater than me. Because it doesn't make sense, the things that I'm able to do in a 24-hour period. I have 4 kids. There go my babies. Hey, y'all, stand up and say hi to the people. Three of my children have autism, which is why Ellie and I are so close. Yeah, hey, girl. And I got a whole business. I got laundry. I got dishes. And then making time to help people. I know, it's amazing, right?
Help you with that.
Right. Jesus don't be coming to do that laundry, girl. He do other stuff, but he don't do that laundry. He leave that to me.
Another thing that you're doing, which really is an amazing feat, is when you look at the list of sponsors and companies.
Girl, I know. I made $1 million last year. Sean be telling me not to tell people, but I can't help it. I made a whole $1 million just last year.
Pretty incredible, and I gotta say, I think there are a few of your sponsors that TCP would like to have as sponsors.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
But this was something.
Hey, Prairie Care. Washburn, I met with y'all last week.
That's how she does it.
Okay.
But this became a real focal point in the last few years as large companies made a lot of promises, and you felt like they weren't all keeping those promises, and you were out there saying, hey, you were calling them out, and it actually worked.
That was a risk, though, because I'm sitting at my kitchen table, the one with the syrup on it, because my kids don't know how to clean up after themselves. And I'm taking on General Mills and Target and United Healthcare. That's a system. That's not even like I'm battling another company. That's a whole system, and it's just me. It's just, on my, when y'all follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Threads, when y'all leave here and LinkedIn, because I don't want everybody to follow me. When you follow me, in my description, it says, it's just me and Jesus over here. So these companies, after George Floyd died, put out these bogus news releases. And they said all the stuff they were going to do to make things right. And Target and General Mills specifically said, we're going to dedicate 5% of our ad buys to Black-owned media. And so we were like calling each other, high-fiving. I was like, hey, I'm going to take my kids to Disney. Hey, they coming through with the money. And then they went back in their offices. They closed the door. And then they didn't respond. For 2 years, they were very quiet about it. And so then I started calling all the black media in town. Like I called the spokesman in Sohan Journal and Georgia Floyd and Michelle. And I was like, hey, did y'all get any of that Target money? And they were like, no, we thought you got it. I said, I didn't get nothing. And they said, well, who got it? And then we realized nobody did. So I called Target. I was like, hey, where's that money that y'all had promised? Where are the receipts? That's something that young people say. They say, where are the receipts? That means we want proof. I'm talking to table 2 because they don't know what the receipts, they don't know what that means. I know they don't know what the receipts mean, so I'm telling them what it is. They say they want proof. And so they didn't have proof. They had done nothing in 2 years. And so I said, I'm giving you 1 week to do right. Or then I'm gonna call you out on social media because my social media is so solid. So solid. And so in a week they didn't do anything. So I got on social media and I started talking about them. Like they didn't even have no mama. And you know what happened? Ad Age, NPR, PBS, TPT, ABC, NBC, they all wanted to talk to the Black Podcasting Network owner about what was going on with Target and General Mills. And then, of course, Target and General Mills had to respond about what they were going to do, or what they had done, or what they planned to do with the money they promised. Because it wasn't a shakedown, it was accountability. But there was a risk. Because suppose they would have said, yeah, we're going to spend the money, but just not with you because you made waves. Oh, yeah, we're going to do something, but we're just not going to be partnering with you. We're going to partner with somebody else. But for me, I realized at that moment, even if I waited, even if I played the game, even if I was nice, they still weren't going to do nothing. So I had to say something. I had to speak up. I had to risk losing an opportunity to hold them accountable. Yeah, I did that, girl. I did that, girl. I did that, girl. I did. Y'all could clap. You could clap. It's okay. You could clap.
My question is now, as we sit here in 2024, was that a moment or was it a movement? Is it a change that is lasting?
Okay, so we call it getting your George Floyd money. I don't usually say this in front of white people, but black business owners, we talk about this. We say, did you get your George Floyd money? Did you get your George Floyd money? Because table 1, what getting your George Floyd money means, it means that sympathetic white people in Minnesota realized that they had not been doing right by black business owners. And so they made adjustments to their budgets, whether it was marketing or any kind of contracting. And then they started diversifying their ad buys, their contracting, their spending. And so we all saw an increase, right? And what happened was they did that because it was almost like mandatory at the time, right? Because they had made promises that they had to keep. But then they saw that we did the work. They saw the results. They saw new customers and clients. I'm not trying to say Century Bank that we can't work together, but Bremer is so happy with what we're doing right now that they have locked me down to an exclusive contract. And right now they're running ads about how wonderful I think their bank is. And they're getting so many new customers in the autism community, people sending their kids to college.
Lovely sponsors alone.
But they saw that it was impactful. It was effective. They saw new customers, new clients. They saw that we were filling their rooms and their waiting list at their events, right? And so they said, oh, wow, it's not an obligation. Now we want to do business with them. We want to work with them. This actually works. We're seeing results because they asked for these monthly reports and they seeing the numbers tick up. So we just needed a chance. We just needed somebody to open the door.
Okay.
But guess what happened?
What happened?
Folks is going back to business as usual. I ain't want to call them out, Allie, but you asked, girl. Don't tell them I said nothing. But Target and General Mills and Hy-Vee have all dropped. They all have dropped. Dropped. I mean, and we over-delivered. And they have all dropped. And that is because nobody's watching. Nobody's looking. There's an old blues song that some of y'all might remember. I know Table 2 remember this. The Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King. The Thrill Is Gone. The thrill is gone. And so a lot of the businesses who saw, the black business owners who saw a boom and increased revenue and increased partnerships and productivity and demand after George Floyd died, it's all gone now.
So what is the message today to the broader business community? What do we need to do? How do we make sure that we don't repeat mistakes, that we don't fall into bad habits again?
Look around at your table. Look around in your boardrooms. Look around in your meeting rooms. And if everybody looks like you, that's not hot. If you are sitting in a room and nobody looks different, whether it is a woman, whether it is a black woman, whether it is an LGBTQIA one-legged man with one eye, if everybody looks like you are doing a disservice to your customers that you soon won't have. Because I work in media. So what I know that a lot of people don't realize is that young people are not watching TV. They're not listening to radios. They listen to podcasts. So people say, well, how is it that you're always able to fill the room? How is it that you're always able to get people to events? How is it that you're always able to max out the wait list? Because the people are listening. They're where we are. They trust us with the message. And so whether we are promoting someone else or promoting a service or talking about the stuff that we do, people are paying attention. And so what we need to do, what I'm asking all of us to do, is when we go in those rooms and we close in those doors, don't be a gatekeeper. And one of the most profound things happened. I was moderating a panel for small black business owners. And it was Houston White, Anissa Keys, and U.S. Senator Tina Smith. Where my legislators at? Hey, I got some legislators. Hey, legislators. Susan Kidd and Carla Baker are here. And they asked Houston White, what do you want everybody in the room to do? He said, stop gatekeeping. And so an older white gentleman tapped me on the back and he said, what is a gatekeeper? And the whole room lost their mind. They was ready to lynch this man. They were like, what? What is a gatekeeper? And in that instant, and this is why people pay me a lot of money to be their featured speaker because I'm really good on my feet. That's just another stream of income. We didn't practice this at all. And in that moment, I was like, whoa, nope, we're not going to lynch him today. I said, because what we have to realize is that you don't know what a gatekeeper is if you've never had a gate. So we have to go all the way, you have to back the train all the way up to the station and talk about what the gates are and who the gatekeepers are and how opening those gates provides opportunities for me to feed my kids, to pay my mortgage, to pay taxes, to hire people, to have a better economy. One of my favorite quotes comes from Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, all of life is interconnected. I can't be everything I'm called to be until you're everything that you're called to be. If I'm successful, you're successful. If I'm doing good, you're doing great. And for some reason, for so long, people have thought that if I'm successful, I might be taking something from them. I might be pulling away something that they're supposed to have. And that's not the case at all. All of life and our successes are interconnected.
It's an abundance mentality.
It is an abundance mentality. Yes, it is.
And that is the whole purpose of the community impact awards.
Yes.
Sheletta Brundage.
Thank you, girl.
You're on the cover.
Okay.
Our most enthusiastic cover subject ever.
Okay. Can I just say before I get off the stage?
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you put me on the cover because you didn't have to do that.
I think I kind of did.
No, seriously. I was on the cover of the Star Tribune magazine last year for being just fabulous because I'm fabulous. And that was cool. Because people think, oh, she's funny, she's fabulous, that's great. But being on the cover of Twin Cities Business hits different. Meaning, this, I don't say this in front of white people, but I'm going to say it today. It validates me for white people. And then they'll want to do business with me. And then they'll trust me. And they'll think I'm smart. And they'll trust me with their money and their brand and their product. So I can't thank you enough for what this has done for me and my business and my family. You are literally feeding my family, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.